Good morning, Wabash. Speaking today at Pioneer Chapel will be Jordan Thomas, Bradley Harrington, Delan Chay-Vickers, and Vaughn Taylor with their talk titled, "What Does the MXI Mean to You?" Jordan is a senior majoring in philosophy and double minoring in Black Studies and Business. Jordan is the chairman of the MXI, a CIBE consultant, a former track runner, current student track coach, and an aspiring entrepreneur. Bradley is a senior majoring in economics with a minor in business. Bradley is the vice chairman of the MXI, a former wrestler, and now a regular civilian aspiring to become an investment banker. Delan is a sophomore majoring in economics and minoring in business. Delan is the treasurer of the MXI, a CIBE consultant, and an aspiring investment banker. Vaughn is a junior studying economics with a double minor in business and Black Studies. Vaughn is the secretary of the MXI, brother and treasurer of the Sigma Chi fraternity, an involved member of the CIBE, a former football player, full-time van salesman, and an aspiring entrepreneur. Let's give a warm welcome to Jordan, Bradley, Delan, and Vaughn.
Good morning, Wabash. I like the sound of that. I'd like to thank first the Sphinx Club for letting me speak here today. Thank you for this opportunity. I would like to thank the staff of the MXI, Dean Jones, Mrs. Morgan, Mr. Morgan, and Brother Kim King. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my MXI brothers for coming out tonight. Now, before I start my speech, I just want to tell y'all happy Black History Month. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and appreciation. It's an honor to have this opportunity to express my profound thanks to the Malcolm X Institute of Black Studies. The moment I first encountered the MXI, I did not know how important it would truly become to me. I came into Wabash at a hard time. COVID was everywhere, and nobody truly knew what was going on with the world. I had no idea I had stumbled upon something truly special. The MXI to me is not just an organization. It's a beacon for hope, a force for good, and a catalyst for change. Its unwavering commitment to brotherhood and professional development has touched the lives of so many, including my own. I first got involved with the MXI during my freshman year of college. I was feeling a bit lost, unsure of my major. Those who know, I've changed my major 3 times. And I was unsure of my career goals and what opportunities might be out there for someone like me. Now, as a freshman, if you would have told me I would have been the vice chairman of this organization, I would have looked at you and told you you're crazy. The MXI has been a source of inspiration for me, support and empowerment. It has provided me with guidance through hard times, like when I decided to stop wrestling my junior year and become a regular civilian. And now for those who's ever quit something that they love, I know you know how it feels like you lost a part of yourself when you first quit. But thanks to my MXI brothers, I was to overcome that feeling. I truly am grateful. But to be honest with you, I feel I truly did not join until the end of my sophomore year. That's when COVID stopped rearing its ugly head into other people's business, and I was able to get more involved. And my first leadership position for the MXI was I was cooking for the Toot. And y'all should come see me, I know how to throw down. After getting more involved in the Toot, it exposed me to careers I never knew existed, and it introduced me to my mentor, David Gerton. It has given me so many opportunities to speak at networking events and meet plenty of professionals in the field I intend to go in. And not only that, it let me meet my childhood crush, Nia Long. Beyond tangible skills, the MXI has also helped me develop confidence and leadership abilities. As I attend more events, I connected more with Dean Jones and Brother King and other staff in the MXI who encouraged me to take this role as vice chairman. As vice chairman, I help coordinate events and introduce speakers and panelists and public speaking now, which is crazy because this used to be one of my biggest fears. I don't know why anymore. But it's not just about what the MXI has done for me. It's about the amazing individuals who are in the MXI. To the staff, my brothers, and everyone who pours their heart and soul into this organization, I truly say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your selflessness, dedication, and tireless efforts do not go unnoticed. As we gather here today, let us not only express our gratitude, but also commit ourselves to supporting the MXI in whatever way we can. Let us all play a part in ensuring that the MXI can continue its vital mission as a brotherhood, an educational bridge, a home for professional development, having fun, and a place to becoming a better version of yourself. In closing, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the MXI for everything it has done for me and continues to do. The MXI is truly making a difference at Wabash, one student at a time. Thank you.
Good morning, Wabash. First, I'd like to thank the Sphinx Club for allowing me to be up here speaking today. Next, I'd like to thank my brothers from the MXI for allowing me to represent them today. I'd like to thank Dean Jones, Brother Kim King, Mrs. Morgan, and Dean Thrush for everything they have done for me over my past year and a half here. Lastly, I'd like to thank all my other friends, family, and supporters. If you had asked me at my beginning of my freshman year if I thought I'd be up here speaking during Chapel Talk, I would have told you that there ain't no way. And I have them excited to thank for it that I'm up here today. Just like I have them excited to thank for many of my achievements on campus, like going to the GLCA Students of Color Leadership Conference, where I learned what Blackness in corporate America looked like and how I fit into it, or going to Hampton, Sydney as a representative from the Dean's office, where I exchanged ideas with the leadership of their minority student union on improving both of our organizations. Besides that, the MXI has truly become my home away from home. As a black kid from Chicago, Wabash and Crawfordsville are very different from what I'm used to. I remember the first time that I was driving down to Wabash with my dad for my first campus visit. We drove through Romney and Linden, both towns very different from Chicago. I remember we turned to each other and my dad said, "There's no way you're going here." Then once we got on campus, the vibe was totally different than what we had thought. For me, that was because of the Malcolm X Institute of Black Studies. When I started my freshman year, I experienced a bit of a culture shock. Again, Crawfordsville is pretty different from Chicago. I felt like joining the MXI would make me feel more comfortable on campus and would allow me to be around more people who looked like me and people who could relate to me. After I attended the first call-out meeting and saw how the brothers of the two interacted with each other, I knew I was in the right place. Being elected as a Ramshorn has been a true honor. I've learned many things that I'll take with me through my time at Wabash and in my professional career one day. The MXI has been a home of learning and growing for me. I've learned about important aspects of life, different leadership skills, Wabash, and myself. I've made connections through the MXI that have helped me grow exponentially. They've helped me build relationships with peers, alumni, which have helped shape my drive towards my professional career. But the main thing that I've gained from the MXI is a true brotherhood. The people I met during my brother-to-be process in my time as a brother and now as a Ramshorn have become many of my closest friends. During my time with the MXI, I've truly experienced the MXI's mission statement. Our mission statement is that we focus on brotherhood, serving as an educational bridge to all students on campus, professional development, having fun, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. You know, I've found the brotherhood, I think, that the mission statement has talked about. I've been educated on varied topics and brought those ideas back to the brothers at the two. I've expanded my network, gained valuable skills, and grown my resume. You know, I've had some fun along the way, and because of all these reasons, thanks to MXI, I'm working towards becoming the best version of myself. Thank you.
Good morning, Wabash. What does the MXI mean to you? To start, I'd like to thank the Sphinx Club for allowing me to speak today. I'd like to thank the Sigma Chi fraternity for always having my back. I'd like to thank my mom and brother for making their way here today. I'd like to thank God for the blessing to share my experience at Wabash College with you all. And most of all, I'd like to thank the Malcolm X Institute, and more importantly, my fellow Ramshorns, for the dedication they have towards the goals and mission of this great institution. I want to talk clearly about my joining process, perspective building, and experience as a white member and executive of a predominantly black organization. When I came to Wabash, I fit right in. I arrived for football camp and met great people on the team. I eventually rushed the Sigma Chi fraternity and became consumed in the life of climbing the ranks of my fraternity house. Once settled on campus, I thought back on my experience in high school. I graduated from Franklin Central High School, which currently has 3,223 students. Franklin Central High School is very diverse in comparison to Wabash. The high school is made up of 66.7% white students, 33% other, 9.7% of that other being black students. Here at Wabash, the student body is comprised of 74% white students, 26% other, 6% of that being black students. No one student body is greater than another, purely based on demographics, but it does change the experience. For example, 2 black graduates and friends from my high school were killed by gun violence in Indianapolis in the past 6 months. The culture of my high school is different than that of Wabash College. It is only in the perspective of others that we may learn about different communities. Like many of you, I didn't know exactly what the MXI was when I first arrived on campus. As soon as I learned about the Malcolm X Institute, I knew that I wanted to be a part of it. I began associateship in the spring semester of my freshman year. The associateship process is a 6-week educational period followed by a vote-in process where students are admitted or denied membership into the organization. My associateship experience was spearheaded by Kenny Coleman, Leo Warbington, and Jackson Claiborne, class of 2022. These guys are role models to me now. I remember my brain wrapping around thoughts of color blindness, microaggressions, the history of black figures like Malcolm X, and more generally, the history of the black experience at Wabash College. Initially, I felt uncomfortable having in-depth conversations led by senior black Wabash men about the differences in daily experiences that we face. My freshman year was a post-COVID and post-bottle incident time at Wabash College. I remember during one meeting, we discussed these topics. In a pit of confusion, I asked Kenny Coleman, "How do you deal with someone not liking you for the color of your skin?" He responded, "How does it feel to wake up and brush your teeth every morning?" This was the first humbling experience that taught me that I would never understand the black perspective. I used to wonder if I had no place in the Institute, or how could I be a part of something that I am not? I realize now that what brought me to the MXI is my intentions and beliefs that support all people. The two gave me the ability to understand that people of color face different problems than myself. This inspired me to help grow the organization and provide that same clarity for more Wabash men. I am now a Ramshorn, the secretary. Yes, I do take notes. But more importantly, I help advise the executive board in decision-making. Once I joined, I learned the mission statement under previous leaders of the institution was to be an organization that served as a safe space for black students on campus and served as an educational bridge to the college and our community. We now have a mission statement of brotherhood, serving as that educational bridge, professional development, having fun, and becoming the best version of ourselves. Under Jordan Thomas's leadership, we have solved internal problems to become intentional in our purpose as an organization. We withheld from speaking the motto and creed until this semester. We enhanced our brotherhood. We have collaborated externally with clubs and organizations on this campus and in our community. And we have leveraged our personal networks to develop each other with new skills and become more prepared for life after Wabash. In doing so, I'm confident that the Malcolm X Institute will serve as an ecosystem of growth for its black members, as well as its white members, learning to coexist and promote the values instilled by this great organization. The MXI fosters a home for black students on campus and a facility to professionally develop yourself and share brotherhood at Wabash College. And yes, you can be a white member who believes in the mission and equality and equity and yearns for a facet of brotherhood on campus. This organization will not give anything to you unless you are willing to give to it. Now, I have shared my insight to my experience of the Malcolm X Institute of Black Studies. I hope that the next time you walk past the Institute, you may ask yourself, what does the MXI mean to me? Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Wabash. All right. Great speeches from some great guys. And what does the MXI mean to me? This is a lovely question, and I can sit up here and talk about it all day. But I know long chapel talks aren't ideal. So I'll be quick and make sure I wrap up in about 2 or 3 hours. No, I'm just playing. I'm just like, let me stop, as Dr. Lake would say. But yes, so what does the MXI mean to me? When I think of this question, 2 immediate things come to mind, and those things are opportunity and unity. I remember when the school year started, fall semester, and us Ramshorns, meaning, when we say Ramshorns, it's chairman, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer, which are the guys behind me. We were finalizing our schedule and other things for the semester, and Vaughn said, hey, JT, we need to figure out our mission statement. And without hesitation, I said, we need to focus on brotherhood, educational bridge, professional development, having fun, and becoming the best versions of ourselves, as my guys already mentioned. When the mission statement rolled off my tongue, it hit me. I have an opportunity to impact. This opportunity to impact is a big deal to me because impact is one of my core values. Side note, a core value exercise is something that all of our MXI guys did to figure out who we are as individuals, to become the best versions of ourselves. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So establishing the mission statement also hit me in the sense that I get to do chairman duties. It's not I have to do chairman duties. And once I realized that, I realized I was blessed. I've done several things outside of Wabash that has instilled leadership skills in me and inspired me to be an entrepreneur. But most importantly, it's been my mom, my dad, my brother, grandma, who have taught me to be a leader, not a follower, since I could walk. So when I joined the MXI, it was nowhere where it could be, and I saw it as an opportunity for change. I thought I'd be doing a disservice to myself and my brothers if I didn't step in and bring what I have to the table. And it's awesome to see it all come to fruition right now. From breaking a history to the amount of members in the TOOT, to hearing thank you, JT, for being chairman. You've made a tremendous impact for me and the guys around us. Moreover, I have the opportunity to become the best version of myself too. As you may know, any organization, business, team, institution is as good as their leader. So I can't preach the mission statement if I'm not practicing it myself. It gives me a high sense of accountability, and it pushes me to make sure I'm always on my P's and Q's and crossing my T's and dotting my I's. So why is becoming the best version of yourself important anyway? Like, why does that matter? To me, it's important because how you do anything is how you do everything. I always want to make sure that I do everything at a high level because everything is the same on a different level. From academics, business, relationships, even like folding clothes, which I was doing that last night, so I was thinking of that. It's important. It's important because we all get one chance at life, and that is how you take control of your life and maximize it to the full potential with the time that you have. I truly believe that we all have a purpose on earth, so find it and embrace it because it's bigger than you. Your purpose could be to serve others, so I don't think it's cool to let others down. And once I had that mindset, I knew there was no question that I was going to embrace the opportunity of being chairman and being able to impact my guys. I often think of a swimming analogy when it comes to life that I shared with my guys before. And it's either you're swimming or you're floating. Oh, sorry, I lost my spot. You're either swimming or you're floating. And me and my guys, we are committed to swimming to our destination because we are in business of taking control of our lives, not allowing the waves to float us to end up somewhere where we don't know where we're going to be. So I want to thank the MXI for being a vehicle and opportunity for me and my guys to mold us into who we're destined to be, which is, again, being the best versions of ourselves. Next is unity. I tell my guys all the time, they know, chairman is just a title. You don't need a title to be a leader. You can just say, I'm just the face of the organization, but it's all of you guys that have made history. It's all of you guys that have done a 180 for the two. It is all of you guys, which is the reason why our brotherhood is so strong. And that is why in our general body meetings, where everyone's together, we have a hot news section. And that's probably my favorite thing to do as a chairman because I'm congratulating guys on their accomplishments in the two and outside of it. It makes my day every time. Every time I talk about the MXI, when someone asks, I always say we. It's not just me. I say we. We are a unit. I cannot be the best chairman I am capable of without the guys up there, and specifically my leadership team behind me. And that is one thing that I've learned when it comes to success. You can never be successful by yourself. So unity is very important to me because it also reminds me of another core value of mine, which is family. That is why brotherhood is the first component to our mission statement. Brotherhood is very important. But again, why is it important? Simply, I believe it's important because, number one, it's good for your mental health. Brothers provide emotional support, a sense of belonging, social connection, which ultimately brings personal growth and development, which is what we're all striving for. Great brotherhood will have you staying up at 2 a.m. knowing you have an 8 a.m. the next morning, but the conversation and fellowship is just so good that you don't care about sleep. Brotherhood will have you frustrated with one another, but you hug it out and say, I love you, bro, because you know at the end of the day, it's all love. Brotherhood is realizing I'm never mad or upset because I know I have 80 guys that I can go to and talk about it, and I know they'll care and listen to me. And we can't forget that we're already in a special place, a unique place that is Wabash. So I just look at the MXI as an internal layer of what the Wabash Brotherhood is all about. But we always talk about the brotherhood, what the brotherhood looks like after we graduate through our great alumni connection. But me personally, I'm in the business of tackling it here while we're here. So as I close, I want to share another core value of mine, which is appreciation. So first, I want to thank the Sphinx Club for giving me the opportunity to express something that means so much to me. I want to thank Dean Jones, AKA DJ. My guy, you have been a good friend of my family before I was even born. So it means so much to me that you show me so much love and support ever since I got here at Wabash. I want to thank Kim King, AKA DK. Thank you for immediately bringing me in as if I was your nephew with no hesitation. I remember one day we were talking and I told you that our relationship reminded me of my Uncle Chris, who was murdered before I got to Wabash, and you teared up. Right then and there, I knew we were locked in forever. I want to thank Jennifer Morgan, AKA Jay Morgs. She doesn't like that nickname, but she will soon. Thank you for all your love and support, but most importantly, your positivity that raises my mood every time I'm feeling down. And I know I can speak for all the other brothers that go to visit you in your office as well. Your impact does not go unnoticed. I want to thank Charles Ridgway. Thank you for lending us a helping hand, even when we didn't know we needed a helping hand. And what makes that so special to me is that you don't have to do that. You just wanted to do it out of love and wanted to see us become the best versions of ourselves. So I'll never take that for granted. I want to thank Dr. Lake. Thank you for believing in me and seeing things in me that I don't see in myself. I want to thank Coach Morgan and Coach Condi. You guys wanted me to run in your organization despite my injuries and not even thinking about Wabash in high school. And then when I got here and my injuries still got the best of me, you gave me the opportunity to still impact and grow by allowing me to be a student coach, which have been skills that have been transferable to me being a chairman. And lastly, I want to thank my guys. Y'all have done so much for me and you don't even know it. I hope no professors get mad, but once I graduate and I look back on my Wabash experience, the first thing I'm not going to think about is the long readings and the essays and all that. I'm going to think about you guys. Because you guys have been the highlight of my time here. Thank you for the fun times. Thank you for the fun memories. Thank you for the tough conversations. Thank you for the headaches. But most importantly, thank you for trusting me to be your leader. Thank you.